Hi guys, it's Shipface here, and in this video we'll be going through a full tour of Holland America's Nieuw Statendam. Now I was lucky enough to be invited for a day trip, so thank you very much Holland America for inviting me down to have a look at their ship. This ship's currently home ported in Dover and goes to Northern Europe doing 14 or 28 night sailings. I've seen 1 night as well. So yeah, come along with me and let's have a look around at this really amazing cruise ship. So we're going to start all the way down on deck number 1. We have the lower level of the atrium, and it is the art gallery. Every ship's got to have its art gallery. And it's always by Park West as well. Yeah, this is where you can do, they do art auctions and you can buy art. They also have the conference center here. They have 3 rooms and they also have it for like cards and stuff. Just check your planner to see what's going on. Then moving up to deck 2, right at the front of the ship, we have the theatre. Now all these black screens around the theatre are LED screens and they will project stuff of what's happening on the stage. So this definitely is a really cool experience, so definitely go and make sure to check out a show. Also the accessibility of the theatre is really good, that wheelchairs can even get to the front, so that's really good thing to see because not many ships have that. Just outside the theatre we have the library on deck 2. There's actually a full-size library with books in all organised in genres, and there's also a book exchange. It's not just a little room, so yeah, it's really interesting to see that this actually has like a full-size library where they have multiple books, and yeah, we're good to see. Then we're moving on to the Rolling Stones Lounge and the billboard on board. There's 2 music arenas in the same area. They will never be used at the same time, so definitely check out your cruise planner to see which one is being used that evening. Very interesting idea to have 2 in the same area. One is Dueling Pianos and one is the Rolling Stones. Both have bars. So it's very interesting that they're both together. Also throughout the day they're used for different activities like trivia and talks and stuff like that. But yeah, very interesting idea. Then moving on we have BB King's. This again is another multi-use area. This one has a dance floor and a stage. Opposite this there is a row of shops as well. Is this spanned over 2 decks? There is a few seats upstairs, but there's more seats downstairs. You get nice views from the outside. And there's the stage and the dance floor. Moving upstairs, like I said, there's literally only just a few seats, there's not many. But you get good view of the stage and the dance floor. And the chandelier is very interesting, it looks very spiky. Moving on to the middle area of the atrium, we have Pinnacle Grill, which is one of the specialty restaurants on board. They have a fixed menu, but then on a bit of the menu it changes to where you are in the world. If it's Northern Europe, Mediterranean, Caribbean, it will change no matter where you are in the world, which is a really cool idea. We were spoken to by the head chef of the ship and the head chef of the fleet, and we did get a tour of the kitchen, so I'll be showing that right at the end of the video, so definitely stay tuned for that. Then we're moving on to the Ocean Bar, which is one of the bars on board. Again, they have live music in the evening, and it's a really nice place to hang out. Then we have the Seafood Speciality Restaurant. And then we move on to one of the wine tasting areas. They have 2 of these on board. And then Club Orange, which is the restaurant reserved for suite guests. So yeah, this is just for suite guests. And then there's lots of seats down looking out outside. Really nice area of the ship. And then moving into the main dining room. This spans over 2 and 3. And this is the main dining room for everybody else that isn't in a suite. It's a really big, really nice main dining room. We did try some food and it was delicious. Generally some of the best food I've had on a ship. It was really nice. Every plate went back clean on the table. You also get really good views of the wake right at the back of the ship. So yeah, definitely make sure you want to get one of those tables. And there's the second level of the main dining room. Moving up to deck 3 outside the theatre, we have the casino. This was a really big casino. Lots and lots of slot machines, tables. You have a bar in here as well. So they have blackjack, roulette, 3-card poker. They got lots and lots of tables and countless of slot machines. And then moving out of the casino, you have the shopping area. Like I said, there was also a shopping area just outside BB King's, but then this is another one above that as well, which sell souvenirs, handbags, watches, Effie, lots and lots of expensive items. But yeah, definitely would do the ship model. And this is where that area of BB King's is, above where the shopping area is. Moving to the top level of the atrium, we have guest services, shore excursions, and we've got the Grand Dutch Cafe. Also just beyond this, we have the portrait studio and the photo shop, but I didn't quite get to that. But yeah, this is the coffee shop on board, so if you want any coffee, this is where you want to go. And it's a really nice area of the ship, especially top of the atrium. You get some views from the outside as well. Really nice area. Moving to outside, it has an outside area on deck 3. It's really nice when a ship has like a little promenade area, so you can get to go outside closer to the floor, which isn't closer to the ocean, which isn't the top deck. So really nice to see this on this ship. It's a really nice big size. Not much seating areas, it's just been placed for walking. Moving up to deck 7, we have Neptune Lounge. This is the lounge for suite guests. It's in like a middle of a row of like staterooms, so you would need to find it, but it does food, good cans of Coke, a TV, seating area, nice little area. Moving up to deck 9, we have the fitness center. This is the gym on board, and it was a really nice size gym for the size of ship. Lots and lots of equipment, bikes, running machines, there's weights. If this is what you want to do on your ship, this would be more happy. You'd be happy with this. Moving to the spa now, we have the relaxation room. They also have some treatment rooms, which are extra cost. Look at that nice view for relaxing. Yeah, here's a few treatment rooms. Here's a solo one. Here's a couples one. And then they have the thermal suite. So this is where they have some of the warm beds. There's the sauna. Not really seen a sauna like that before. Quite interesting. A steam room. And then they got this interesting shower. And then they got the really nice thermal pool, which is really, really nice. So this was, and this is an extra charge coming in here. Is what I heard was $49 a day, or 49 euros per person. Or you can buy a package for your whole cruise. But it depends how long your cruise is, to how much that would cost. But if you just want to enter it for one day, £49. Then we have the indoor pool. Now this was a really nice area of the ship, one of my favourite. They got 3 hot tubs and 1 pool. It's also got a large screen in here. Lots of sunbeds. It's even got and look at the colour coordinated towels. It's also got an eatery down here, the drive-in, and there's also a gelato place as well. But it's just a really nice area of the ship, especially for a ship that does Northern Europe, to have the indoor screen. A really cool idea, and I really do like that. Yeah, and lots of seating to eat. Then moving on to the Lido market. This is the buffet on board, and it was absolutely huge. So many options. Talking to the chefs on board, they seemed really passionate about what the food they make and what they offer, because they were talking about how they get local fish, local cheese at every port that they dock. They told us about the fish they were getting on in Dover and then in Rotterdam tomorrow, and that they offer that like fresh food, which was a really cool idea. And all the food walking past looked absolutely amazing. So Holland America really seemed to love the food that they serve. And then here is Kamal. I don't know how to say that. But yeah, this is like another specialty restaurant on board Holland America. Then moving outside the buffet, right at the back of the ship, we have the outdoor pool area. So they have some outdoor seating from the buffet as well here. But yeah, they have 2 hot tubs and 1 pool here. Lots of sunbeds, and it just gives you a great view of the back of the ship. A really nice area of the ship if it wasn't cloudy Dover. Yeah, so here's this pool and the 2 hot tubs, and then here is the view right at the back of the ship. Even all the sunbeds have little tables in between, which I like that little touch as well. Moving to the top deck of the indoor pool, we have a bar, and we have more seating areas looking for eating as well, because there's also an eatery up here, which is the New York Deli, which is the deli and pizza. So another area to eat on board. Again, lots of seating areas. Gives you a nice view of the pool and the TV screen. Like I said, really nice area of the ship. It was hot enough where they had the it open. And then lots of sunbeds facing the floor-to-ceiling windows, and then they had a wooden table tennis table, which I've not seen before, but it looks very interesting. And all the equipment was available on board. Then they had these tables overlooking the pool, so you could see the TV. Then they have the kids club on deck 10, but it wasn't open and I couldn't get in, so that's the best I can show you. But yeah, it was located at deck 10 midship. I also had some more sunbeds outside, and a shuffleboard just outside the indoor pool as well, and cornhole. Moving along deck 10, we have the sushi and Japanese style specialty restaurant. Again, another specialty restaurant offered on Holland America, and it looked very nice. And I saw them while I was filming, making the sushi ready for this evening. So it's a really nice area of the ship, gives you nice views out of the back of it. And then just outside the back of the sushi place, they have two little extenders for more sunbeds. So yeah, lots of areas for sunbeds, so you wouldn't have to fight for them. And this was on both sides of the ship. Then they have the jogging track on deck 11. There's how long it takes you to walk around to see how all run around to get a mile. Not the biggest running track, but it's quite a good one for the size of the ship. You're basically running around the movable ceiling. They also had outside gym equipment as well, which was really cool to see. So if you don't want to use the gym inside, they have the outdoor ones. Not sure what that was used for, or that thing. Then they have another shuffleboard with more gym equipment. And then they have the sports court, which looked a really good sports court. And they had football goals, basketball. They also had some pickleball. This was located on deck 10 still. And they also had a standing where you could watch around the arena. It seems like they take looking at the schedule, they take their pickleball very seriously on this ship, and doing tournaments and things like that. So yeah, this looks a really good sized sports court. I would enjoy using this if I was on board. Yeah, they got pickleball tour. So they take it very seriously. And just outside the sports court, they have more sunbeds, more areas for sunbeds. There wasn't that many sunbeds out, but there was a whole. You could see a whole loads of them. So if it was really really sunny, I think they would be getting them out. There's just a few as it wasn't that hot. Also, they were cruising around Northern Europe. Moving on to deck 12, we have the Crow's Nest. This was a multi-area with an art studio, which we're walking past right now, which they would do. Where you would do art, and then they had a coffee shop. They had a seating area. It seemed a very popular place of the ship. There's the coffee shop, and there's lots of nice seating all the way around. People doing work, and yeah, you get really nice views from the front of the ship, all over the place. And this is the gaming area. They have all board games. Another short excursions desk in here, and yeah, nice views from the front of the ship. Then moving up, still to deck 12, is the retreat. This is an additional cost, and you'd get your own cabana. There's also a hot tub here, and there's also service for food and drinks. Yeah, this was very interesting. You definitely want. So here's all the cabanas, but you definitely want one that I'm about to show you. These have 2 sunbeds, but these ones have chairs and 2 sunbeds. So that's definitely one that you want. I didn't get which number it was. And then above the retreat, you have another area for sunbeds. Like I said, there's only a few of them. There's loads of space, but there's only a few of them out. Again, they're setting in Northern Europe, not anywhere hot. So yeah, and then this is a nice area that was on deck 14. This is the kitchen, which we were being shown around the kitchen. Here's all the dishes that they make for you in your evening. Here's the dessert place where they make all the pastries. Here's where they're making all the sauces. They also have, that's the room service area. That's the whole little bit is that for room service, and then here's lots of chefs making salad, and these are all fridges to put the salads in. Really interesting. Thank you Holland America for giving us this galley tour as well. It was really amazing. So thank you for coming with me on my tour of Nieuw Statendam. Thank you for Holland America for inviting me. If you like to see, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's very much appreciated and it really does help me out. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Shipface here. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.